In a certain school meeting, only teachers and administrators were present and none of the teachers or administrators were absent. What percent of the attendees were teachers? Okay, we want to know number of attendees teacher expressed as a percent of the total number. Okay, we don't need to know exactly how many, but we need to know the percent. Statement number 1 says the average annual salary of the teachers is 4,000 less than the average annual salary of all the teachers and administrators. Okay, now you might be thinking, what does annual salary have to do with number of teachers? Well, let's just go with it. Okay, if you have an average, okay, and for the teachers the difference is 4,000 less, so the average minus 4,000. That means the difference here is 4,000. Now in weighted average, if I work with the differences, then I can say that the differences between each value and the average is inversely proportional to the weight. And here the weight would be exactly number of persons. Because if there are more people that are teachers with this annual salary, then the whole average of the group, okay, because they're considering the average of all teachers and administrators, would go towards the teachers. But if there were more administrators, then the total average would go more towards the administrators. Okay, but I need to know what is this difference. Okay, therefore statement number 1 is not sufficient. Now statement number 2 says that the average annual salary of the administrators is 12,000 more than the average annual salary of all the teachers and administrators. Now this gives me what I needed in statement 1, which is 12,000. Okay, but alone statement 2 would need the information from statement 1 in order to find what are the differences and therefore what are the weights. Okay, so statement number 2 is not sufficient, and together we can see that if there are X number of teachers and Y number of administrators, the proportion of teachers administrators, X to Y, is inversely proportional to the differences, 12,000 to 4,000. So that would be 3 to 1. Now if I put a K here, I can see that the total number of people in the meeting are like 4K, and the teachers, which is X, would be 3K over 4K, and that is 75%. Okay, we can find. Now we didn't need to find 75%, we just need to know that it could be found and that the value would be unique. Okay, but just for the sake of the video, I'm finding out what the value is. Okay. So the answer would be C.